Well, I hope I have a lot of visitors present as well. Just like that PSP7 recording says, it says multiple. So I hope I have multiple people here with me today. And I just want to thank you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I truly appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. And also, I did notice on my Twitter account, I have a few people there that are highly respectable for me, as well as my sister's also on there. Holy moly. But anyways, I have a few people on Twitter. Wow, that was pretty surprising. Thank you very much. I'm extremely humbled, very humbled, and just very grateful that I have a few people that are following me. It's something. Hey, I guess that's the way to start out. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this recording. I'm just gonna go with it, nice and raw. Just because I am not gonna keep re-recording. I'm my worst own critic, and I think I've gotten rid of another. Maybe 2 other podcasts that I was going to bring to you guys, but I don't know. Maybe just hearing your own voice just doesn't sound right. But anyways, thanks guys. Thanks for coming back. Today, what I'm going to be speaking about is I'm going to make it fun. It's not going to be boring. It's not going to be a boring technical conversation, and I'm not going to go too much into detail about stuff, but I am going to be talking about equipment, guys. Fun. I mean, what's wrong with going over some new equipment that you guys can get on Amazon or eBay? A lot of new stuff that people are starting to buy out there, and I'm just going to give you guys my own 2 cents. I'm gonna give you guys my peace of mind. Just my peace of mind over the equipment that I've used. I bought a couple things before I did do my last investigation, excuse me, which was over at Waverly Hills Sanatorium about a month and a half ago. I got a little extra cash, and I cashed in on a few cool little techie devices that I just feel that they are going to be, they're going to definitely come in handy when I do any type of investigation, whether it's private or public. I got a few cool things, so I am going to definitely go over that equipment with you guys during my podcast. And by the way, did you hear that? Did you hear that cool tune that was playing in the beginning? Did you guys like that? Well, I hope you guys dug it. I hope you guys like that. That was just a little piece that I came up with fairly quickly. It took me just a few hours just to kind of go over it and edit it. I have a little bit of musical skills. Growing up since I was young, since I was a little youngster, I played the guitar, and I was in all kinds of bands. I was in a grunge band. The first band was a heavy metal band. My bad. Motley Crue, Metallica. You know what's up, guys. You know Gen Xers, Generation Xers out there. Yeah, so I grew up playing music. So that was, that's my little creative edge right there. I was in all kinds of bands, metal, grunge, death metal, hardcore band, and I was also in a Christian rock band. Was the last band I was in. Go figure. And here I am doing a paranormal podcast. Hey, faith plays a big part in the paranormal, and I am a faithful guy. But anyways, that's my creative edge, and I am going to use that creative edge to, try to keep the podcast interesting and do my own little intros. I might switch it up once in a while. Anywho, enough about me. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening about me now. So let's go over some of these cool little devices that I got on Amazon before my last investigation. The first thing I'm going to go over is I basically, this is probably going to be my favorite piece of equipment that I purchased. And let me tell you guys, I didn't just purchase this because Aaron on Ghost Adventures was using it, because coincidentally, almost right after I bought this little thermal imager that I got, almost maybe I think the next episode, the week later, I see Aaron from Ghost Adventures using this same exact device. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it was a Seek. I think it was a Seek. But anyways, it's a Seek IR compact thermal imager. Extremely cool. It's compact. You just click this little bad boy right on your Android. It plugs right into the micro USB right on your Android, and fits nice and snug. I even got a case on my Android, and even with a case on, this goes right in. The micro USB adapter on this Seek Thermal is actually fairly big. It's a decent size where it just plugs right in. So case, you guys with your bulky cases, you shouldn't have any issues with this. So it's it's lightweight. It's nice. Now there is some devices that may not be compatible with it, and the reason I say that is because the micro USB on it, the way the micro USB faces, unfortunately it doesn't rotate. It's not one of those rotating 360 type of inputs. It's a help me out, guys. It basically just it just goes right in. It doesn't move. It's stationary. There you go. So depending on your Android, it may be facing the wrong way. Now you can get a cable for this. You can actually get that cable right on Amazon. You could probably find it on eBay too. But I did find a cable because I like using my HTC One as well. I like using it just because of the video power on that is pretty good. So I got a cable to use it on my HTC One. Unfortunately, though, the cable isn't that comfortable, so I end up just using it on my Samsung. This is definitely the Seek Thermal Imager, compact thermal imager. It really is perfectly compatible with the Samsungs. So I think mine's is an S7, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a sweet little deal. I mean, basically. This is to me. This is the next thing in line from getting a FLIR, the actual FLIR. I mean that sucker's expensive, and that was always on my bucket list of devices to get. But as you all know, the FLIR is very pricey, so this is the next best thing. It's up there, and the price on this for the Seek Thermal is about, I think it's about $200, 200 or 100 and some change for the more basic one. I got the one that has, this one's supposed to have a better focusing feature on the lens. It's got more of a real professional type feel to the lens because you can focus it, you can turn the wheel on the lens, and it feels nice and sturdy, nice and snug. I think the cheaper one kind of spins a little more freely. This one's got more of a professional feel to it, and I think this one's got a longer range. The view on this one, the distance is supposed to be 1,800 feet. So yeah, it says 1,800 feet viewable distance, narrow 20 degrees field of view, detectable range of -40 Fahrenheit to 626 Fahrenheit. Wow. So okay, so I guess it really doesn't. I guess it picks up things that are extremely hot, and it really doesn't affect the image. So it's pretty cool. It's now the only thing is, when I did try using it at Waverly Hills Sanitarium, when I was over there trying to use it, it was my first time using it in an actual investigation. I did test it. I did try it out before I went over there, but I guess I didn't test it out enough because I was kind of struggling a little bit with the just the picture I was getting on my phone was kind of not blurry, but it was more fuzzy. Everything was real fuzzy. The only thing that I did notice would be nice and crystal clear is when if somebody was walking from room to room and I happened to catch them, when you actually catch when you get a hit on the thermal, whether it's a person or an animal, the heat that radiates from the body. I mean, you get their perfect silhouette, perfect image of the person, and you can see the heat radiating from the body, which is pretty cool. But the surroundings were very blurry, and the reason for that, I ended up testing it out after I left Waverly Hills. So I was a little late. I was a day late on that one, but I kept looking at it because I'm like, it's got to be a lot clearer than that, and it does have some settings in it which does make it a lot clearer, and it's not just the focus, but the color that you choose to when you're using it. It's got about 7 or 8 different colors. I mean, not the exact. I'm not giving you guys the exact number, but I know it's got like a polar. It looks like a polarized type grayscale. It's got like a lighter gray. It's got like a smoky gray atmosphere color to it. It's got a blue, which is the one I was using when I was at Waverly Hills. It's got a purple, and it's got like a yellow, and I think it's like an orange. But depending on what color you choose, it will look a whole lot clearer. If you choose, I noticed that if you're in a location or just in a place where your surroundings have a lot of different objects around you, if you switch over to the grayscale, things do look a whole lot clearer. It's easier to focus. So it's pretty much just trial and error. When I was over there, I was just in the moment. I was filled with adrenaline. I was just trying to capture something as quickly as I could. I guess I was just in a hurry to get something and capture something, and I didn't bother to sort of take a moment and just really pay attention to all the features that I had right there. It's a learning curve. I basically when I came back from the trip, I was watching another video. It was a Sikh video, and I was looking at it, I'm like, hold on a second. And everything in the video I was looking at looked so much clearer, and I was like, how come? Are they using a different Sikh thermal imager for this video, or what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But then I noticed it was the same model that I was using, except they had it set to the gray, to the grayscale color. I don't know why that makes a difference, but I actually tested it out in my basement. Everything was dark, and I switched it over to the gray picture, and I turned on the video, walked around with the thermal, and everything was nice and clear. So, pretty cool gadget. I love this, man. This is super cool. Definitely going to use this on my next investigation, and hopefully a lot more investigations to come. The only thing I will say about this Seek thermal imager is it does have a little clicking noise. It takes a little while to get used to it, and right out of the box I noticed that, and I sort of freaked out for a second there. I only had a couple days to go before we went took a drive to Kentucky. So I was a little concerned, and then I went to the blog. I went to one of the Seek thermal blogs, and one of the first things that I read on the blog, I did a search for clicking noise, and one of the first things right there popped out. Says, "Don't worry, the clicking noise is absolutely normal. It's just basically part of the, I guess the way it adjusts, especially if you move it around. It's constantly adjusting to the atmosphere. It's picking up all the temperatures, so the clicking noise is totally normal. So you just got to get used to the clicking noise. And it's not really a bad thing to. It's not bad. It's worth it. Not a big deal. Well, there is one thing you do hear the click. That it comes through your phone's audio because it does record audio. So you do hear that little clicking noise coming through the audio. One other cool feature that I like about it is it does tag the temperature. It does. It basically labels. It puts little floating labels on all the objects that are around you. You have to choose that option though. You just got to click on this little thing. It looks like a triangle, and when you do that, it'll basically start tagging all the different things around you. When it picks when it picks up on a variation in temperature, or it picks up on some kind of a temperature difference, you'll get a little square with a temperature reading. And then on the side, I believe, I'm not looking at it right now, but I believe on the side somewhere it tells you your atmosphere's temperature. So it gives you kind of like a base reading. So it's pretty impressive. I love it. It's super cool. I'm going to take care of that little bad boy. Pretty cool deal. I like it a lot. So, okay, so let's go ahead and touch on the handy cams, on those little digital devices that we love to use when we ghost hunt, our digital recorders. I have an old recorder. It's a Bell & Howell digital night vision recorder. I think it came out probably like a year or two after Sony started selling their night vision, their night shot cameras that everybody's going crazy over. This was kind of like a new and improved night shot type camera by Bell & Howell. Pretty reputable company. I bought that camera. I've had it probably about 6 or 7 years now. It's a nice little handy cam. The day shots on it are awesome, very clear, marvelous daytime video. Nighttime video is actually pretty decent. It does have a lamp, which is cool. It's got your regular night lamp, and then it's also got night vision. So I noticed a lot of these cameras that are coming out now don't have the night lamp, which kind of stinks. It'd be nice if it had it, but when you're ghost hunting, who's really going to be walking around with a night lamp on their camera? Not many people. Usually you see night vision. Now the night vision aspect of my Bell & Howell, and I'm not really going to, I guess I'm just touching on it just to do a quick comparison. I'm not trying to bore you guys to death. But I'll tell you, that's an older camera. It does handle pretty good. I actually did drop that camera one time when I was doing they were doing a ghost tour that I went to. It was somewhere, I believe it was in Kennesaw, I think. Georgia. Was it Kennesaw? I forgot. I was doing one of their ghost tours. I was going around. For whatever reason, the strap wasn't strapped on to my hand right. It was kind of a freak accident. I'm not going to start calling supernatural on it, but it was kind of weird the way it fell. It was perfectly strapped on my hand, and then it just fell off. But anyways, fell down. It got a crack, a small little hairline fracture crack on it. I've still been using it. It's a great camera. Night vision on that one though is what I was going to get to. The night vision shots on that camera kind of stink because it loses focus pretty easy. So the focus kind of stinks with the night vision. I did get a second camera. I bought the second camera a few weeks before I went to Waverly Hills. You can get this on Amazon, and I got this one camera, which was pretty darn good. I'm not looking at it yet, but I do remember it was a Palmax. Again, that's Palmax, and it's a Handycam camera that you can get right off of Amazon. I think it runs about maybe $100 or 100 and some change. The one I got was pretty cool. I really liked it because it came with a microphone. It came with an external microphone that you just plug into a little 1/4-inch jack. Boom, and then you have your amplified recorder on it, so you can pick up nice clear EVPs. And that's the main thing that I really liked about that microphone and liked about the camera. Night vision on that camera, spectacular. No focusing issues. Great camera. Again, that's the Palmax. Let me just verify that. I'm pretty sure it was Palmax, I think. Let me see. Was it a Palmax? Palmax. Palmax. Let me see. Heck yeah, it was a Palmax. All right, night vision. 1080p, 16 times digital zoom, 3-inch touchscreen. That's right. That's another thing. It has a touchscreen. Pretty cool. Right now, it looks like they're selling it for about $106. It's a Palmax night vision video camera. Sweet deal, guys. Sweet deal. And ladies. Cool camera. Check it out. I had that camera. I had to end up returning that camera because, man, you guys are going to kill me. I guess I got butterfingers or something, but I did drop that camera during my investigation at Waverly. Dropped it and something came loose. So, I mean, it really wasn't a bad drop. It really shouldn't have done that, but there was something loose inside of it. I don't know what it is. It was working fine, but something sounded kind of loose inside of it. And the weird thing is it didn't make that noise till I got back home. But I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the drop. Maybe not. Who knows? I returned that, and then I got... I'm just going to mention this real quick, guys, because I just want to make sure you guys don't get this camera. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be... I'm not trying to, like, screw this company over, but they might have good cameras, but the one that I got I didn't like it. It was a piece of junk to me. It was a Siri, that's Seree, video camcorder. That's also night vision, but the digital zoom on that, it was horrible. It was like staggering, very choppy. The digital zoom almost feels like you're going back to the old Charlie Chaplin movies where it's just kind of chopping away. So it sucked. I didn't like that camera. I returned that with the quickness, and I did get a new camera to replace my Palmax, which is the Hasbell. That's Hausbell. That's the Hasbell camera. Very cool. That one I love. I've got it here with me. I've tested it out a couple times. That is a cool camera because it does come with Wi-Fi capability. Meaning that I could do live screening with that camera. The digital zoom on that camera rocks, super cool. It's got night vision, touchscreen. I've read some reviews about the touchscreen. I'm not sure how accurate they are. Some people say the touchscreen doesn't work the way it's supposed to. Blah blah blah. I don't know. A lot of criticism that you hear is people that just don't know what they're doing. But I got to check it out on my own. But I did test it out for just a little bit. And the basic features pretty much worked on it. My main concern was the digital zoom because that was the problem I was having with the other replacement that I tried getting. But that's a pretty badass camera. Sweet, right out of the box. Looks like it worked pretty good. I got to test it out some more. If I have any issues, my next podcast or the one after that, I'll let you guys know. So that's pretty sweet. What else did I use? Oh yeah. I did use, I also took with me a body cam. Unfortunately I didn't have a strap or something that goes across your body to hold the body cam with me. But, it's kind of like I guess you could say it's kind of a copy of a GoPro. But it's not a GoPro, but in my opinion, it's just as good as one. It does have wide angle lens. It's the Crosstour, the Crosstour cam. I don't know the exact name, but it is a Crosstour cam, and it's tiny, just like a GoPro. It actually comes with all the attachments, which was super cool. The only attachment I wish it had, and again it didn't have, was some kind of a body attachment, so you can put it on your chest or on your body. But I took that to the investigation. I took that to Waverly Hills with me. It was dark as hell. It was pitch dark, so I couldn't get any good video. I did use it in the ballroom area where they have a piano, and I was goofing around with my I have a laser pen, and all you can see is my little laser pen kind of going around. There was some weird activity going on in the ballroom area. is that I don't know if that's a ballroom, guys. I know there's a piano. I think it might even be more of a cafeteria, but to me it looked kind of a ballroom. And then there was like a little area back in the back that they had coffins. Um, that area was really spooky. I actually saw lights. There was nobody there. There was nobody standing back there. I actually went back there 2 or 3 times, and I didn't see anybody. Um, there was flashes of lights in the back, and I'm not really sure where those flashes of lights were coming from, but we saw a few flashes of lights, and we really couldn't make out where it was coming from. But I did set my cross tour up. I put it on a tripod. I left it there. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything. Not that I really was able to spot. But it's a nice little camera. It is wide angle lens, so when I was using it and there was some light, it just it's really nice to have a wide angle lens because it captures like the whole. It'll capture a big area. Like if the ballroom, if the lights were on in that area I was in, I'm sure I would have probably been able to get a nice view of the whole entire room. But unfortunately, there was no lights, so it was pitch dark. So that's pretty much, well, as far as the cameras go, that's pretty much it. That's what I had. I had my cell phone. I tried taking a few pictures with it. The cell phone's cool. I like taking pictures with the cell phone. It is nice to have just a regular still camera, digital camera, just to take pictures. I do have a camera. I just didn't take it with me. It's a super old camera, but it's good to have digital camera on those type of investigations. I did take my Sony digital MP3 / recorder with me. It's a pretty old recorder. I've had it since my older daughter was born, so I've had it about seven years now. That little digital camera though has given me some of the best results, some of the best EVPs. Again, that's a Sony Walkman that I've been using. There's this awesome digital recorder that Mr. Zach Baggins uses. Of course he can afford whatever piece of equipment he wants. He gets, and I'm pretty sure he even gets custom equipment sent to him. That is one lucky dude, man. If you ever listen to my podcast, put me on your list as somebody to send hand-me-downs to. I will take any piece of equipment that you don't want. Just email me and I'll take that from you. Yeah, right. Wishful thinking, huh? Anyways, there's this one recorder that Zach Baggins uses, and that's the Panasonic DR60. That is one badass digital recorder, and he gets some of the best EVPs on that. It's kind of weird though. I do have that Sony that I told you guys about, and I have caught some really sweet, cool EVPs on that. I don't know why though. The Panasonic DR60 does have a really good reputation to it. I think maybe it's just because it's known to catch good EVPs. I don't know. It sounds good. I've seen other people put videos using the DR60. I mean, it does catch good EVPs. Maybe one day I'll own that piece of equipment. Anyways, I guess you know what, guys. That's pretty much. It is. What time is it? It's 12:42. I would love to keep chit chatting with you guys. It's always fun to do my podcast, just knowing that you guys are going to come back and listen. And I really appreciate you guys listening. I am very, very happy that I do have a couple fans out there. Another thing I was going to tell you guys. If you guys want to email me, I am taking email requests to jump on my show. If you guys want to link up and we can email back and forth. if you don't want to give your identity, I don't, you don't have to give your identity out. If it's some kind of experience you've had, a haunted experience, or something you may be going through, email me. I really want somebody that's legit though. I really don't want, any made up stories, if I just smell a little bit of BS in that story, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I'm gonna make sure that that I'm not getting some kind of just some kind of made up BS type of story. But I'm a cool guy. I think for the most part, I'm pretty nice guy. So you can email me, whoever's listening. Please do so. Email me your experiences, any type of haunted experiences. Anybody that's been doing investigations, anybody that's got a haunted location, or if you've even just had one experience that's just creeped you out pretty bad, definitely send me an email, and I'll be more than happy to chit chat with you, and we can come here on the show. I would love it. Definitely need some, I need some people to jump on here with me, and share your life stories. So there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm doing. So cool. So thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you guys listening in. I'm very humble to have people listening to me, and again, for people that did follow me on Twitter, thanks again. My hat's off, and I do a little bow. I am gonna go ahead and head out. I think I better wrap this up, and I will have another episode coming to you guys soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks again. All right, you guys be safe. Have a wonderful, awesome rest of the week.